friends, this is Praveen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Edify Let's Learn Together. Sorry I was not able to post video for last 2 weeks due to my personal reason. I'll try to stick to the schedule going forward. So let's start with today's video. I'm going through an online course on impromptu speaking. That course was very interesting, so I thought I will share my knowledge with you all. So impromptu speaking is a skill where you deliver a speech with less or no preparation. So you might be thinking why this might be important for you. So I have kind of bucketed it into 3 categories. If you are a person who is in client facing role, then this impromptu speaking or impromptu skill is highly required for you. For an instance, your teammate is not available, you need to pitch in his place and start giving a demo. So you have very less time to prepare, or you have very less time kind of present yourself, but still to maintain the relationship with the customer you need to do so. Next example, to communicate better with your team. So you might say that I know I'm not in a client facing role, or I'm not accompanying client facing team, so I don't need the skill. It's not really. Impromptu speaking helps to communicate better with your team. For example, if a product or a problem is being discussed within your team and you have an idea or a suggestion, you need to prepare a quick note on the structure of how are you going to present it, and you need to deliver it in a very short way. So impromptu speaking will help you to structure your response and add value to the conversation. Next is, you might even say that I don't need to communicate with my team, I don't need to kind of communicate with my clients. I work as a coder or a developer, I work alone, I don't need to have all these skills. But still, you might need to communicate with your manager or a top management. So you might get an opportunity, for instance, that your manager comes and asks you how things are going, and you have a very short time, you might have not really prepared for this. Whatever things have gone well in last 1 year or 1 quarter, you might need to summarize and share it with your manager, because it's an opportunity which you have got and you should not be losing it. So in all these occasions, in an occasion where your team member is not there, in an occasion where you have an idea or suggestion which came up during the discussion and you are not really prepared, but you still should share that views, or you got an opportunity with your manager or top management and you need to present yourself better. In all these places, impromptu speaking will help you to do better. After speaking about what are the benefits, you might also be interested to know how to do it. So let's start with simple 4 steps. Remember small details. Why this is important. So if you are discussing with a client or a team member or a top management, remembering what they want, what is their area of interest, will help you to build and keep the impromptu conversation engaging. For example, a customer who is looking for a certain feature, if you are able to remember it while you are kind of giving your impromptu speak or a demo, you can include saying that this piece I remember 2 months back you have been asking me, this feature is available in our product and you can try a demo for it. Same thing can go with your team as well as with your manager. So remembering, if people get to know that you remember about small things about them and you add to your conversation, people become more engaging and it will add value to your impromptu speaking. 30 seconds prep. So once you get to know that you are going to speak, and if you have 30 seconds, you can make sure that your presentation is perfect. You can have an introduction, you can have 2 or 3 bullet points, that's major points of discussion, and then you can also have a closure note. Making sure that your response has a clear agenda will add value to the call. So this is an easy and best way to do that. If you have 30 seconds, prepare your answer, give an introduction, give major points, give a proper conclusion. Next, third way, in case if a discussion comes up and you don't have a really time to prepare and you want time, it's better to ask for time. Maybe you can say, give me 5 minutes, I'll come back to you. Let your teammate or the other team members start presenting their views or slides, so that you get the time, you prepare your views and go back and present it on time. Third, the last pointer, the 4th pointer, there might be a situation where you can't ask for extra time. At that point, you need to kind of speak and prepare in back of your mind. So basically, while you are speaking the introduction, you need to be thinking what are the major points you are going to speak. While you are speaking the major points, you need to be speaking about what are the closure points you need to provide. It is difficult, but with practice you will be able to do. So all this can't be done in a single day. It all comes up with practice. How to start is, you need to look at an opportunity of summarizing a bigger problem statement. You need to look at an opportunity of summarizing a bigger email into 2 to 3 action items. You need to look at a document, an SOW or a process document, and try to summarize and write it in 5 to 10 lines. By doing so, you are improving your summarizing skills. This will help you in return to kind of have a good impromptu speaking. The key points you will be able to summarize and present it better, so that your audience also will get engaged and they also get a lot of value addition from this conversation. So let's go with the sample format. Introduction or overview is the way you start with it. Then you kind of explain the major pointers. Then you go for the conclusion or the closure note. So let's start with an example. So the problem statement is, your team members have taken all of a sudden sick leave due to some personal reasons, and sick leave they have taken, and you have a bandwidth crunch. Second is, there was a miss at a developer end in the final testing before release. You have identified an issue. Because of these two reasons, you will not be able to release the project on time. Now the project manager comes to you and all of a sudden he asks for an update when you were not really prepared. Now let's take this format and try to answer this question better. So what is the first pointer? Introduction. So we need to give an update to the project manager. So we might end up saying the project timeline will be getting extended by a week due to resource crunch and a bug identified during sanity testing. Now, will this alone be sufficient? Will the project manager will be happy? No. You need to also slightly explain on further about the issues, also about the solution you are going to give. So let's speak about the issue, that are the major reasons for it. The second pointer or the second segment, we can say that due to unplanned sick leaves, due to personal emergencies, our team members have taken leaves. Because of that, there is a resource crunch in UI development. The dashboard module is not working as expected, causing a bug in the system. So you have now established what is the bug, what was the reason for the UI development not completed. Now let's go for the solution or action what you have taken. I have asked for 2 resources from bench to help in pitching into the project to complete it by next week. Also, we have identified the issue with the dashboard module, and the same will be released in the next week. Sorry for the delay, but please be ensured that the release is going to happen next week for both, and we will be able to deliver a project. So now you have here established the problem statement. You have clearly established where things have gone wrong and what are the actions you have taken. So explaining only the problem statement, not giving a detailed information of the problem, or not giving the exact solution which the project manager might be expecting out of you, will not be helpful for anyone. So any problem or any solution which you are going to pitch should have a proper introduction, should have major 2 or 3 pointers, should have a closure note, so that it will be kind of a complete agenda. That's all for today. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please do share it with your friends and relatives, and if they like, please do ask them to subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, please do comment. Your views as well as your positivity keeps me motivated to make such videos going forward. Each comment means a lot to me. So if you have already subscribed, and if you like my video, or if you have something to say, please do share a comment. And don't forget to like the video. Thank you. Bye.